going to grab a board. I'm going to grab an X-Acto knife. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm going to make some lines. I'm just going to mindfully make some lines, kind of waves. I'm just cutting into this like randomly, gently, not digging too deep, but this is something you can't do with just paper because then you'll find, slithers of paper, right? So this is like a fun little thing I wanted to share because I discovered it by accident. And that's how we discover things, right? So I'm just doing this a few times, just kind of scraping along, making little kind of wiggly, wavy lines. And I don't think I don't know if you could see that, but it's there. And you'll notice you'll see it when all right, there it is. Okay, that's the fun part. Here we go. I'm going to take this color called Monsoon. It's Ranger. I'm just going to stick it on. I'm going to put it on and watch what happens. You can see it going through those fractures. Okay, I don't know if you see that, but you see it going in the lines? It's so cool. And then I'm just going to kind of do this here and there. I'm kind of thinking myself in the ocean or something. I'm going to grab a little bit of some blue here. I'm just going to just put it on there. I'm not going to be shy. I want to get this. I can't be, you can't be, you got to just go for it. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of, now see how the lines are happening, how they're just going through the lines? So it's creating its own drawing, which is like really cool. And I'm just going to do this. And now I'm going to just take it and move it along. And this is where now I'm going to make a big mess now, which is fine. That's what it's all about. I'm going to use my little pumpy thing. Oh, it's getting on my, whoa, almost on my clothes there. Watch out. So what's happening is it goes in, I'm noticing the colors go dark into the groove. And I'm just going to go like that. This is going to be fun. Oops, getting on my table. Hey, there we go. Now I'm kind of a newbie at alcohol inks, you can tell. I am totally in love with this. Oh, something just fell. I'm going to put a little pearl and see what happens. And I put the pearl in there. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. This is Pinata Pearl, very subtle, gorgeous white area. I'm going to also, I don't know if this is, I'm going to do a little brush work because I love using a brush. I can. Why don't just kind of make it mysterious rather than a lot of drips and, things like that. So I'm just going to brush a little bit of this color into my board. And this is what I just love about these boards. They're so durable, and you can't mess them up. Now I think that is going to be I was going to say this is going to be an ocean, but it's all going to be water. I decided it's all going to be water. So I've just blended a little bit in with my brush, and now I'm just going to take some more color and I'm going to drop it in, and I'm going to just see how it goes into those lines, which it does. The dark colors go right into the lines. You can see if I just take a little and I'm just going to drop that, just put a little bit like this and just kind of let them do their thing. And then what's happening is that, it takes a little time because things migrate, but these are going to be like little lines that are in there. It looks like I doodled. You can see it there as it's drying. It's becoming more obvious. Anyway, so I wanted to share that little fun technique with you because it is, and I'm going to throw some of this in there. It's really fun, and it's it's a fun new way to work with the alcohol inks and with the mineral board, and only the board because I don't think anything else is going to work. All right, so now I'm going to use a little bit of this right here, a little bit of the blending medium, and let that kind of be magical. And I'm just going to let that be for now. And I can come back to that later. I'm just going to, I want to see what it looks like after. And it's only the beginning on that one. So then
And
I'm
I'll
gonna
jump in
show,
again because we have a couple more questions. So
yeah,
Wendy's asking about the air blaster. I'm gonna drop that in the comments again too, but you asked for the name out loud. It's the Giotto Rocket Air Blaster. Hope I'm saying that right.
I love
And
it.
then
Air blaster. Yes.
yes, and then Janet's asking what board that is, which I'll also drop in the comments too. But that is our mineral paper board. So that's a Yasutomo product that's pretty new. We brought it out or we launched it this year. And it's like hard-backed boards, but they are of mineral paper, which is the same thing that Karen was using earlier in the video. That previously was only available in a paper pad. So now it's available in a board, which we love.
And it's what's cool about it is that it becomes like this, it's this if it, let's say you make a painting that you don't like, okay, the one I was telling you about I didn't really like. Well, these are amazing book boards, so you don't have to throw anything away. You can cut it down, put paper over it. I mean, they're definitely, you can repurpose them, so they're not, they're not going to be, it's not, you don't have to be intimidated or worried. I was going to do something different. I'm going to do this as a mask. You don't, you can always come to it later, and use it, repurpose it if you find that something, that you don't like that much. So don't worry about the price, because well, the price, what am I saying? Don't worry about the price. Of course you should worry about it. But what you want to think about is these are very reusable and usable for lots of things. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a quick mask because I can't draw a straight line if my life depended on it today. So I'm just going to do a quick little mask. I'm going to use some of this, and I'm going to just kind of do this. I just want to kind of lay down a flat. I need a horizon. Just really needed one. And then, of course, no, that didn't work, but I like that. It's going to show little whatevers, like trees or something. But you can mask things off. Alcohol inks do want to go underneath anything, but that gave me kind of a straight line to work with, and I'll work with that later.